I just got home with these new fish, so what we're going to do right now is just get them into the aquarium, let them get acclimated, and I'll be back in just a minute and we'll tell you everything about what we've got going here today and why I bought the meanest cichlid in the world. So if you're watching this, let me know before I say it in the video if you know what these are. Those are pretty good size to be just getting them. I'm used to, normally whenever I get these fish I'm excited about, they come in and they're just tiny. Some of you may be saying, what's the big deal? We see those every week in our pet stores. Well, I've never seen them before. I've seen them in other people's YouTube videos, but in 25 years of going to pet stores, I have never seen this species. And they absolutely cannot live for long in this tank. This is a 75-gallon tank that I set up just for them. But it's going to definitely be a short-term home. I know you guys, some of you don't like adding the fish water out of the bags into the tanks. I disagree, but that's what we're doing today. Oh, there they are. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is your new home. All right, fellas, or ladies, whichever we have. This is your new home for a little while. Till I get something different set up. Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Aquatics, and today I want to show you some really cool new fish and a brand new aquarium. So I've got over 20 aquariums in here, including a lot of large aquariums, and I've got a variety of fish from peaceful community tanks to heavily planted tanks to big monster aggressive fish tanks, including this one back here that's got the 18-inch arowana in it. But I was not in the market to add any more tanks this week. My long-term plan is to continue adding and adding and adding and building out this entire fish room. But I wasn't going to do it right now until I got a message from one of my favorite local fish stores. And he knows that I'm into the bigger, more aggressive cichlids. He just sold me 3 black nasty cichlids that I've got in a new 125-gallon right over there. And he said, I've never seen this on my order list before, but I've got the option in tomorrow's shipment I could get Dovii. He said, do you want them? I said, yes, I'll commit right now that I will buy them if you order them. And I thought, well, I'll put them in the 125 with the black nasties. Those black nasties are like an inch long. And that's a lot of times that's how fish come in. And I thought if these Dovii come in and they're an inch long, I'll put them in the 125 and they'll be just fine over there. My granddaughter just came in. Come on, babe. Whoa, jump. You about busted my teeth. Hey, what do you think of the new fish tank?
Good.
Pretty good? So I was thinking I would just put these Dovii in with the black nasty, and that wouldn't work long term. Like, I couldn't keep them there for years. But for today, for the first week, it'd be fine if they were all small. Turns out the Dovii are like 4 inches as opposed to the 1-inch black nasties. So I had to make an adjustment on the fly. I didn't want to ask him to hold those for me for a month. So I did what a lot of times I do. I took an aquarium, a filter off of another aquarium, and did all of the things. I took all these plants came out of other tanks, the filter did, the rocks. So essentially we automatically cycled this tank on day 1 and had it live and ready to go. So I bought this tank yesterday, got it set up, just put the Dovii in it a few minutes ago. Do you see the fish back there? Look at him back in the corner. There's 3 of those. You like those fish?
Yes.
All right. So now my thoughts are, I have 3 black nasties over there. I have 3 Dovii right here. I've got green terrors breeding. I have Jack Dempsey's that I think are a breeding pair. I've got blue Acaras. I want to have as many sets of breeding cichlids as I can get. I also have the 5 Tropheus Du Bois that I'm trying to breed. So I really want to make that a little side project here on the channel, is how many big aggressive cichlids can we have breeding pairs of, which will mean I'm going to have to set up a bunch of grow out tanks and all of that. But my question for you, so we've got 3 Dovii in here, and the plan would be if 2 of them pair off and they start picking on the 3rd one, we take the 3rd one out, we rehome it, how big of a tank would I need for a breeding pair of Dovii? These are, yeah. Dovii, how big do you think that fish gets, if you had to guess? That one that's in there. Big. She's exactly right. Dovii get like 2 foot long. And if that fish is 2 foot long, obviously it can't live in 75-gallon tanks. A pair of them. So I need a minimum of a 180-gallon. But even that might, I mean, that's really not enough probably. So I'll have to be making plans that I might have 6 months to a year that I could keep 2 Dovii in here. I've got 7 different tanks over 100 gallons, so I might be able to move something around or figure something out. But I've got to make plans, so let's get some close-ups on these fish real quick. So here is an update on the Black Nasty tank. We have a really cool, I think this was a vampire pleco down in that piece of driftwood. It's got a huge cave in that piece of driftwood. Then these 3 Black Nasties, I wasn't sure if this one was a Black Nasty, but every once in a while, see that fish is almost black? He'll color down and he'll match the others, and then he'll turn black again. So I think they bully that one. But there's a very clear size difference. They were all 3 the same size when they were added, but you can see that one is a lot bigger than the other 2. But that is the 125-gallon. This should serve the Black Nasties for, I don't know, a year before they outgrow a 125-gallon. What do you guys think about Black Nasties in a 125-gallon? If I get a breeding pair from this group, how long will they do well in this size tank? The Black Nasty has a similar temperament to the Dovii, they just don't get quite as big. It is also known as the Haitian Cichlid. They're super aggressive, but they get to about 18 inches. There are the Dovii. Now, whenever I went to the store and picked these guys up, the first one he bagged up jumped out of the cup that they use on the side of the aquariums. Then as he netted the others, they were trying to attack the net, which is pretty rare for a fish this small to be attacking the net. And earlier, whenever I came in here, so this is not in my house, this is out in my shop. And so most of the time, no one is out here. It's completely quiet for them. And they were all 3 swimming up here to the front. I dropped some food in here for them, and they came up here like they were gonna eat, and then they saw me moving, and they've darted back to the back. So my expectation is that these guys are going to need a few days to settle in. That's pretty normal that they're going to be shy like this. But 2 of them are about 3.5 to 4 inches, and one of them's closer to 4 to 5 inches. So really cool fish. Hopefully I can get some better shots of them. All right, well, that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you taking time to watch. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.